I met a gypsy.
So what do you see as your role now? Like, are you going to try and back it down a bit? Are you going to try and like, because I mean, the jury's out for me as far as I'm concerned. Like, since we've first started talking and been in contact since the podcast, like, I have no doubt your the nature in which you approach this whole deal. Like, this isn't about you. There's no, like, I don't think your ego is attached to this program at all. Like, I really do believe that you are just trying to do the best thing for your kid. So now that there's a factory team, the best factory team, like, what's your role? Like, what do you see as your role for doing the best for your kid now?
Yeah, like, you know, it's a good question. At the end of the day, we sat there and thought, and I'm like, man, well, I'm right here trying to help my son make a decision for his career, his future. And it's such an important decision. And that's very, very stressful and hard on a parent. And I'm like, man, I just want to make the right decision or influence the right decision. And then you're like, okay, I'm here. And I always tell teams, I always tell people, trainers, coaches, that I'm here because I feel like I can offer a good service to my son or my daughter or my, in the racing, whether it's coaching, whether it's training, whether it's nutrition or bike setup. And I'm like, if you can replace me or equally replace me or even better, cool, great. You know, I want to be a dad. Like, trust me, like I want to spend some time, you know, with the family and do, you know, like normal things once in a while. And I think hopefully that my role can, you know, always be dad, right? That's just the way it is when you have kids. But I always, you know, I feel like my role is still going to always be there, you know, if my kids need them. And I just feel like, you know, as Hayden matures and gets older, that, you know, we'll let him crawl, let him run, let him walk, let him run. And like, okay, like, I feel like the team has a good grasp on everything that I did, right? Everything that I did for Hayden. And so I think my role is just really just going to be dad, right? You know, and I'm, you know, still going to be there. Like, we're not, you know, he's still young, so we're not like going to live at the farm, right? It's like, you know, we still have family. He still got to, you know, be a young adult and do school and there's still other things to do. It's not like, okay, from 8 to 8, we're riding a dirt bike at the farm, right? It's, which, you know, we'll do, if that's what it takes, we're going to do what it takes. Yeah. But there is other things, right? There is other things that we have to focus on also, which is like education and you know, just growing up outside of the world of motocross too, right? There's you got to become a normal, like, citizen, and, you know, also. And that's important to us. And I think that's going to be mainly our role, right? Is staying grounded and trying to be family. And that's our role, you know? And I think, you know, I'm still going to be going to the track with them still, you know, when we go to North Carolina or go, you know, say we're out in California, I love riding, man. I love riding with my kids. Yeah. That's it. Like, if I can ride a dirt bike with my son, dude, cool. You know, like, I'm happy. So, you know, but I feel like, and like I said, dad encompasses this big thing, but, you know, I'm slowly going cool. Yeah. These dudes got it, man. So that's kind of my vibe. But, you know, we just started, so I'm still kind of, you know,
figuring it out.
Still around, figuring it out.
When I did the podcast with Langston, he was saying that one of the benefits, because his dad was like super, super involved. And he was talking about the role that his dad played. And he said that probably the best thing that he found was that his dad could sometimes just like be the bad guy so that he didn't have to be when like some shit was going wrong with the team or the bike and things weren't really working out. It was like he got to be sheltered a little bit from some of the harder conversations because he did have his dad around and his dad was so competent in knowing the program. And it was the same sort of thing, you know, like his dad was there from day one. So, I mean, I think that's probably like the move, you know, like to insert yourself when it's like when you really have to be the bad guy so that nothing has to get awkward for Hayden. He can stay a little bit protected. But I mean, there's some guys in the pro ranks now that you hear that their dad's like a real problem still. So it's like it can kind of, there's a balancing act to be found. But yeah, I think the fact that you've been so involved, you know the ins and outs, you know the industry, you know so much, like you kind of can be that little buffer zone to just take the edge off any of the awkward, gnarly shit that Hayden's got to, because it's all great now, obviously, but it's like in any like you said, you're in a marriage, and a marriage ain't always going to run smooth. So if you can be like the marriage counselor at times, like that's probably the move. That's probably the move,
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, and we've had the same managers for many years, at Connections, Bob and Ryan. These guys have been around Moto forever, and they've been great. They had a huge part in this deal. And so we have great people around us. We've surrounded ourselves with really good people. Yeah. My kids have great relationships with them. When there's time to be the bad guy, like I usually let the managers be the bad guys if something needs to get done, right? Yeah. But if dad has to be dad and come in and be the guy, try to hold the ground or, set things straight in a certain way, yeah, for sure. I'm okay with that, but like I said, we've always tried to surround ourselves with a good team of guys to have all these different layers.
Yeah.
And where Hayden can just be the kid the young adult, he's focusing on racing and getting better. So, but yeah, I agree on that. And yeah, I think I've been racing my whole life, built multiple teams that have run on, 7-figure budgets, right? And so I've been around racing, a long time. Yeah. And I feel like a good compliment I got from the team, me and Bobby, a lot of people don't understand, me and Bobby go back many years.
Oh, yeah. If you look back, you sponsored the team.
Yeah, like if you look back at Cooper Webb's and Martin's bikes before they won championships, and you'd see the Deegan 38 logo on their bikes. You saw, even back in the day when they wore militia gear, right? So like that all came from myself, our group, and we've been involved in a long time. So I kind of felt like almost it was kind of cool coming back together. Yeah. And hopefully we bring strength to the team. And I know the team's already badass, they're already the best, but if I can come to a program, or we can come to a program and offer something to make it even better than it is, great, good. Like, if we can offer assistance, like we know we have a lot of contacts, and we definitely, what I'm saying, like we definitely have the ability to to strengthen a team, as far as partners go, and I don't know, we'll see how it plays out, but the team's awesome. Like there's nothing we need to do or change about the team. I just like to feel like I'm not a guy taken away from it.
Oh man,
that's what I don't want to do.
And a rising tide floats.
I don't want to be
boats.
That dad.
A rising tide floats. There you go.
Yeah, and I like how you said that, because I hadn't really heard that before until you said that, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, man. And a lot of people have to understand, like, our family came from racing, came from moto, came up, and then was able to get into car racing, and was able to get my daughter into NASCAR, and she was able to get a ride with Ford Motors, and one of the best rides you can get as a young adult, and then I put a lot of focus on Haley when she was about 17, 18. Because it was important for me to make sure she got to a good team. And then I said, okay, boom, here we go, Hayden. And then a lot of focus. A lot of people are like, why is he still riding a Super Mini? What?
Yeah.
But just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Like, we have a plan. Like, I think we know what we're doing. Like, so let's see what this works. And I know all I did was stick to what the best have done and go, okay, go out and dominate your class, and then go, okay, we're ready to look at some contracts and make a decision. And that's how it played out, and I feel like so far it's been really good.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.